Good morning, everybody. So good to see you this morning, and you might be surprised to see me sitting here because we've had not one but two guest artist cancellations this week. So we figured that the best thing to do was to throw the home team in. And I'm excited about the music that we're doing today in support of Reverend Rachel's message. You're going to know this first one right away. So if you feel like singing along, you certainly can. Love is but a song we sing, fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains sing or make the angels cry. No, the bird is on the wing, and you need not know why. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some will come and some may go, we shall surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. That's so fun, let's do it again. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now. Thank you so much. And with that, we say welcome to Columbine Spiritual Center. We're centered in God. We celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. We're so delighted that you're with us today in the building and also at home. And we ask you to stand up and let's sing our theme song for this series, Discover the Power Within.
2, 3, 4.
And it's not dancing in the streets. You got the power within. You got the power within. You got the power to change your life. You got the power within. Now I got the power within. I got the power within. I got the power to change my mind. I the power within. You got the power within. Keep it going. You got the power to change your life. You got the power within. I got the power within. You got the power within. Woo! All right. Yeah. We're going to do a little more singing. You can stay standing or you can sit. We're unity and you can do whatever you like here. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah, Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Thank you, and be seated, please. We're going to prepare ourselves for prayer and meditation. We chose this song specifically today to remind ourselves how important it is to see the face of God in all of our brothers and sisters. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. That's all it is. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Think of your neighbor now. You are the face of God, face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And now think of someone that isn't dear to you. You are the face of God. Sing right into their eyes.
As we come together with that beautiful start, we are the face of God. You are the face of God. And we just breathe into the knowing that we are surrounded by love. We are surrounded by Source. We are surrounded by Spirit. As we feel the presence of everyone who is here in this room with us, and we connect with the people that are watching online, and we broaden that vibration, that love, that connection out into the world, knowing that there's so many that could feel the love that we have for them. It doesn't always look like what we want it to look like, but we know that God is there. We know that we are surrounded and supported and seen and guided in the arms of Spirit. That even when it feels like it's too much, it gives us the strength to move forward, to keep going. We have everything we need right in our hearts because we are divine. You are the face of God. And as we feel that in our bodies, as you can feel the love and the light that washes over you when you have that space in you, that unlimitedness. There's a peace. There's an ease. There's a contentment. There's a knowing that you are love, that you are loved. And as we move into a time of silence, of quiet meditation, hold that love in you. Feel the light surrounding you, a white light, pure and true, just like your heart. And rest in ease.
things my family did. I'm not the voices in my head. I'm not the pieces of the brokenness inside. Am light. I 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 am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. Light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Join us if you like. I am light. I am light. I'm not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. All light. Divinity divine. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. Thank you so much. Cindy Smith, Dan Steelman, Larry Thompson.
That was just perfect. And Janice, thanks for pinch hitting, by the way, with two people that Selassie and the Fafa family, who was at the concert outside on Friday, which was amazing for everybody that was there. Oh my gosh, incredible. And then Ed and Leah, and then they all had emergencies and reasons why they couldn't come. So thank goodness we have Janice, who is so good. So thank you, Janice, for jumping in. So my name is Rachel Harrison. I'm the Director of Community Care, and most of you know that. And in April, during COVID, I studied and got ordained as a minister. So that's been really fun. Thank you. And I have a website called recoveryoursoul.net, and in that time I've been doing a podcast. And I'm just so honored and grateful to have the opportunity to come as a minister and speak to you here at Columbine. And they've got me on the schedule every couple of months, so thank you for allowing me to be part of the team. I really appreciate it. So we're reading the book, The Power Within You by Eric Butterworth, which I had never read, so thank you, Sue, for bringing it into our lives. And it's about the exploration of the Bible and the teachings of Jesus. And the two chapters that I got are The Defense of Judas and The Great Demonstration, which is fascinating because I don't know the Bible. I didn't study the Bible. I wasn't raised Christian. As a matter of fact, I was raised Buddhist. And my mom is here today. Raise your hand, Mom. Say hi. So she discovered Tibetan Buddhism right around the time that I was born. She had been a truth seeker. She was on one of my episodes called How a Nice Girl from Oklahoma Became a Buddhist. And it's a really cool episode, and it really talks about her journey of finding that. And one of those pieces of that journey, so I was raised Buddhist, and it was this in New Mexico, very hippie, hippy-dippy. My middle name is Little Flower. So real hippies. I was born in an adobe house, and she lived without any running water or electricity or even a bathroom, like just outside for the first couple of years of my life. So super hippie. And I'm a Buddhist, and we're in this whole thing where we're going to the lamas, and this is back in the 70s, right? So everything was really accessible, unlike it is now. So the big lamas would come, and as a little girl, I remember laying in the robes of the monks that would come, and they'd have their prayer beads, and the smell of that sandalwood and the beauty of that. It was incredible. It was very loving. It was very enveloping in love. So when I was 8, my mom decided that she wanted to go on this pilgrimage and go study with her major teacher, Kalu Rinpoche. And so she left for 3 months when I was 8 years old. So the first month I stayed with my dad and was late to school every single day on getting me to school. If you know my dad, that's so true. And then for the second month, I flew at 8 years old. Who flies at 8 years old? Remember those days where you could just put a kid on the airplane at 8 years old? So here I am, 8 years old. I think I even had like a transfer of airplanes and had to do that by myself, or maybe somebody helped. Anyway, so at 8, I then go to my grandmother's house of my dad's side. And she is a serious born-again Christian. Serious. And she's full of love, and she's raised 6 boys, and she has that whole piece of herself that is love, but she is one of those Christians that believes in her heart of hearts that if you don't accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you are going to hell. And this little scraggly blonde, I was blonde, Rich always teases that when I say something silly, he says she was born blonde. So this blonde, scraggly girl shows up, and I've got these red prayer cords on my neck, scraggly, old, probably years old, always just adding a new one as they all fall off. And I show up on this airplane, and she is traumatized by who this little girl is, right? And she wants to do her best duty to fix it, to take care of me, to love me. And so she cuts the prayer cords off, and she starts her Bible study. So I had a month of Bible study, and which culminated in coming up to the front of the congregation and giving myself, proclaiming that I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Which of course I didn't, but I did what I was told. I was a good little girl, and that's what you do. And I knew that that was the safest, rightest thing to do. So I came home, and this part of me really was angry, even as a little girl, like that I didn't get it. That felt very frightening. It felt not the love that I was used to. It felt dangerous, like if I didn't do this thing. And from a very early age, I knew that that wasn't me. I knew that wasn't me. And so I rejected Christianity. I rejected Christianity even to the point if someone came and knocked on the door, don't come and knock on my door because you did not want to hear what I had to say. I wasn't quite as loving as I am yet. I was kind of in the more like, I'm Buddhist, close the door. So here I am, I meet Rich. So Rich is off in Oklahoma being a rock show. He's the drummer in a band. He's off performing in Oklahoma right now, which is funny that he's doing that. Anyway, so I meet Rich. Rich is going to Faith Bible Chapel in Denver, which is an evangelical church. But I am in love with him from the second I see him. And he is interested in Buddhism. He's interested in what I have to say, which makes me interested in what he has to say. And he doesn't judge me. He doesn't say, you have to believe this other thing. And he starts asking my mom questions. And he starts asking me questions, and he has a curiosity about what it is, which makes me curious. And so we had this kind of openness. And there was a point when we were early dating, and I had always struggled with depression, and I had this night where I was just so filled with sadness. And he said, and I said, there's just a hole in my heart. And he said, that's the place where God goes. And I, at that time, was not ready for that. And so I was like, not my grandma's God. No, thank you. That is not what I'm interested in. But that stuck with me, that piece. And then as we went to get ready to get married, and we were actually driving on the peak-to-peak highway, driving up to Gold Lake Ranch, where we eventually ended up getting married. And he said, well, we're going to have this spirituality in our wedding ceremony. What do you believe? If you're not Christian like me, and you really are kind of a side Buddhist, like, what do you believe? And so I told him what I believed. I believe that God is everything. I believe that we are all connected. I believe that there is something greater that we don't understand. I believe that life is unlimited. And he said, wow, that's amazing, but you can't make up your own religion. And I was like, And then when we came to unity, guess what? I'm unity, and I didn't even know it all that time. So what does that have to do with the power within you? So the story of Jesus is that he has these disciples, it turns out. He has these disciples, and it's coming to the end, and he knows it's coming to the end. And he has come, and he knows that he's walking into something intense. He is well aware of it. This is his journey. He came to teach us something. He came to teach. And the way that unity feels it is that Jesus is a way shower that is showing the Christ that is within all of us. He says over and over again, these things that I have done, you shall do even more. That we are connected, that I am just a man, and I am showing you the potential of all of us, the divine. Scott and Sue have done this great job in the whole series of really talking about the divinity. What is divinity? Divinity, we just say it like, a lump of sugar. Would you like divinity? Sure, I'd take a lump of sugar. No, divinity is that Jesus in you, that God in you, that truth that we are divine, we are of the universal spirit, that is us. We are all God. And we can't feel it. We can't take it. And Jesus knew that. You don't learn and you don't have these experiences from someone just telling you or from you just reading the words. You have to have intense experiences to grow. So what's the most intense experience? Jesus was going to demonstrate this intense experience. He knew that he had to do this. So I could do the first quote for me, Lisa. His experience, the divinity of man, would not be complete until he could not only go through, but grow through the dark hour of, I was going to try to know how to say that before I came up here. Golgotha. Thank you. Forgot to look that up. To not only go through, but grow through. He knew that he had to go through this. So what does he do? So he sits in the Last Supper and he says, one of you will betray me. He is giving the direction of somebody needs to play a role for this to happen. And we give Judas this bad rap that he is the villain. There's so much energy on him being the villain. He was the one that deceived. You have to have somebody in your life who pushes a button, who does something that hurts you, that pushes a trigger, that creates sadness or darkness or hurt or abandonment. You have to have these people in your life who create these things for you to have your own crucifixion. And Jesus needed Judas. He told him, do what you have to do and do it quickly. He gave him the direction. I am sure that somewhere in it, if you go back, he had no idea why he had to do it. There's stories later of him being sad that what ended up happening was what was happening, but that was his role. And without that role, can you imagine? Like, so he doesn't go, Jesus isn't crucified, they all just have dinner that night, they go on their merry way. You know, like, this had to happen. And as Jesus saw on the cross, he forgives. He says, forgive them, they know not what they do. Forgive them, they know not what they do. These people, these on our lives that are doing this sacred act of service for us, they're actually part of our journey, and we villainize them. We clinch on to the despair. Oh, it's God calling. Hello. We look at them as the villain. We see the betrayal. We see the hurt, and we can't let that go. We don't see that part of that is the story that needs to happen for us to move forward and to thank them for that. Judas was, I think, his most loyal of the disciples. So then we move to the next phase, where he is showing us the demonstration of the incredibleness of unlimitedness, of divine, that as these human bodies, we all have this suffering. We all have humanness. We want people to show up for us in a certain way. We want life to show up for us in a certain way. We want our relationships to give us what we think that we need. But Christ was teaching us more than that. And so as he moves to the next step, which is actually being dead and then not being dead, to be able to overcome anything, even death. And I think that's my next quote. Since I make half of this up, I actually don't know. It's time to take a new look at ourselves and contemplate the divinity in us, the depths of our innate God potential. It's time to reappraise the principle that makes all overcoming possible. Makes all overcoming possible. The God potential in all of us. So that's the big story of Christianity, right? What happened with Judas? Why was Judas so important? Because he helped that story go along. So my grandmother, who loved me, there was a period of time where I was angry at her. I didn't like getting letters that said, you gave your soul to Jesus and you're not following that direction now, and I'm upset. That felt yucky to me. It made it hard for us to have a relationship that was as loving as we both wanted, because she really wanted this thing from me. So in this story, she's my Judas, that I could have held on to and said, oh, I had this terrible grandmother and she forced me to do these things and she cut my cords off and she demanded that I do these things. But what I see, and luckily I saw pretty early on, was that she gave me an opportunity to be interested in spirituality. She gave me an opportunity to think about what I thought about. That I didn't want to be somebody who was told what to think and feel and believe, and that I was going to do that. That it gave me a curiosity of learning. And as I met Rich, it gave me a curiosity of somebody who had a different approach, who wasn't as intense as my grandmother about it, who was loving, who was interested in what I had to share. And those days of like really being confused, that was my crucifixion in the sense of this story. And we all have those. So I am grateful to my grandmother for that experience, because it has led me to where I am standing right here today. That I knew that it was interesting and important and valuable to me. And I wanted it. Why did I want it? I wanted it because she started that. She started it. And so in our lives, we all have people that we see as our betrayer. An ex-spouse, maybe, a child, a sibling, a parent. And we look at those situations and we forget that there's a cosmic dance. I love talking about the dance. Cosmic dance that we do together, where they come to us with this sacred role in our lives to play, to push us, to make us go to the next step, which could be a crucifixion, which could be really dark. And we can either be in the darkness, and we can either lay in it, the world's terrible to me, and nobody ever shows up, and it's just, nothing goes right for me. I can't get a break. You get to decide. When you connect with that divinity within you, when you connect to the knowing that you not only are supported by your higher power, by God, by Spirit, that it is there with you, walking through every step of the way, through every crucifixion, through every time that you're in the tomb, but you actually can resonate that you are that Spirit, that you are unlimited, that you too can overcome anything that comes your way. And then you can see that for the world, and you can look at all the suffering that's happening, and you can feel and know that they too are supported, that they too are unlimited, that if they can just reach down and feel that love and connection, that everything they need is right there, and that every person who played those roles are sacred. And as they're pushing our buttons every day, because somebody pushes our button every day, that person is actually offering you a blessing to turn within, to take all the energy that we do about wanting everybody else to show up for us in a certain way and bring it back to ourselves. Who am I? How do I connect with that divine nature? How do I work on me? How do I feel that love? How do I have gratitude to that person who is my Judas? I can also be a Judas to somebody else. So often, we don't even know it because we're in our own experience and we think, I couldn't possibly do anything wrong. I was just doing my best. I was just, as my last talk, trying to be helpful. But we all are in this dance together. And when we can see the value of our own role and being of a sacred service to somebody else in their experience and have the heart to be in that in a loving and kind way and to see the love of the people around us, then we can all overcome. So thank God for Judas. Think of the people in your life that you've given that role to. Can you allow yourself to see them and to yourself as sacred? Someone's shaking their head, no. Yes, you can. I know you. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to actually learn about the Bible. Not in my grandmother's way, but in the unity way, in the mystical way, in the metaphysical way. And to know that not everything that was written turned out in that one book. It wasn't the way that it's been written that it was said, but we know that. We can't get 3 conversations away without changing the words a little bit or the meaning or what somebody said, and when you interpret it through your own stuff, we know that. When unity, we actually honor that part. So when we read it from that place of divine nature, the Christ nature, the allowance that we all have everything we need and we'll have everything we need in our hearts because we are divine. Thanks for letting me share with you today. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Rachel. Wow, it's a lot of food for thought. And I don't know about you, but I could call up a few faces there, and then I had to put my own in there as well. So thanks for that food. This is a song by Carole King. Most people know her for her album Tapestry and for music she wrote for other people. But she followed Tapestry up with another album called Rhyme and Reason. And this is my favorite song from that album. It really speaks to this experience.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Looking out my window, peace in the valley just don't come. Though I know that man's my brother and that I'm the selfish one. The hour is getting later, it's time we had begun. Knowing something's one thing, but the race must still be run. Take care of little jealousies and thoughts that kill for fun. And hold your heart in readiness, it's so easy to come undone. But I think I saw a brand new light coming over the horizon, brighter than all the others, and it says, "All men are brothers under the skin, brothers under the skin." Looking out my window, peace in the valley just don't come. Though I know that she's my sister and that I'm the selfish one. And I look at all the people and I love them as I can. And I wonder if this dream will be or be turned into sand. But I think I saw a brand new light coming over the horizon, brighter than all the others, and it says, "All men are brothers under the skin, brothers under the skin." Peace in the valley just don't come. 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 Now I think I saw a brand new light coming over the horizon, brighter than all the others, and it says, "All men are brothers under the skin, brothers under the skin." Can you help me out with this part now? Peace in the valley just don't come. Peace in the valley just don't come. Peace in the valley just don't come. Peace in the valley, keep on singing. Peace in the valley just don't come. Just don't come. Peace in the valley just don't come. Peace in the valley just don't come. Thank you so much, Dan Steelman,
Yeah, Janice.
Larry Thompson. Thank you, Carole King.
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, last minute preparations, and good thing you have a good, big repertoire of songs, so.
They say you got to put the 10,000 hours in one way or another, so I'm grateful I did it earlier.
And thank you, Rachel, for another wonderful talk, and what a Sunday, what a weekend we're having, and this is the time in our service where we gratefully receive your love offerings. We inspire personal transformation is our mission, and if you want to help us inspire personal transformation, every donation, every dollar helps us do that. So if you want to wake people up and have them transform their lives so we can all live in a world that is more abundant, more joyful, more free, then help us out here. There's many ways to give, and we are grateful for every dollar. So let's say our offertory blessing together. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. Amen. What do we have going on? Well, if you're watching from home, maybe you're on our website, maybe you're on YouTube or Facebook, but you can go to our website, and if you're new here, you can also go to our website and sign up to be on our email list. We have lots of things going on here all the time, and we would love to have you be fully informed, so go to columbineunity.org and hit one of those contact me buttons to get a phone call or an email from someone here on staff, from Rachel probably, the Director of Community Care. What is that? I can't see that page. Is that from Friday?
I think so.
Is that from
I don't
Friday?
know how that got in there.
Oh my God! Were you here on Friday night? Wow. That was the event of the year here Friday night. We had an amazing time, an amazing crowd, an amazing event for some wonderful organizations. And Janice, oh my God,
We had a lot of help.
you had a lot of help, but what a vision and what an amazing event and community building. I can't say enough good about it. It was awesome. It was fun. John, her husband, and all the help that he provided, and Melanie, I don't know if you're in here, Melanie with Family Village, her vision, and all the people that helped, because there were a lot of people that are sitting in this room right now, or maybe you're watching online, and that helped us Friday night to have this incredible, incredible community building gathering for some great organizations to help families and help kids and help this planet realize our connected. What connectedness? That doesn't sound like the word I'm looking for, but thank you to everyone who was here, who participated, who volunteered, who gave of their time and talent, and what fun. Let's do more of those.
Yes.
Yes.
Ow!
Yeah. And the survey says, so we had very few ticket sales a couple weeks ago for the gala, and I know we had just started selling them, but we decided as a board to find out if people were planning to buy a ticket so that we knew whether to go forward with the gala or not. It takes a lot of work and it's a lot of expense to put the gala on, and the survey overwhelmingly said no, that there wasn't enough interest to have the gala. So we are going to be looking at different ways that we can bring people together, maybe not in that way, but different ways that we can gather and connect and fundraise. So stay tuned. We'll have more coming up for you. Did you look downstairs when you came in? Wow, it was so fun. So fun to see kids down there, and Jeannie had the whole patio all ready to go, and we are so excited to have our families back. If you haven't come back, if you're watching us online and you've got kids or grandkids, bring them on here next Sunday, sign them up on our website, go to the page and register your children. We would love to have them. We are so excited to have our young families back here at Columbine. We had an amazing event last Sunday for the families, and today started the new Sunday school experience. So we are so grateful for all of you that are part of that. The Magic of Surrender is our fall program book. We have them available in our bookstore. This is a big highlight of our year when we have our small group program going on, and we have a 7-week series for this fall using this book, which is Coop Blackson. It's a great book. It's simple but not easy to surrender, as many of us know. But we're going to be doing 7 weeks on this book, 7 weeks of talks on this, and then you have an opportunity to meet in a small group. If you want to be part of one of those groups, go to our website and sign up for one of the groups. We have a group every day of the week and different times of the day. So we would love to have you be part of that. And social singles group. I had to read that. What is this? Sunday, September 19th. We're going to have a social singles group. They will be having a potluck on the lower patio at 11:30 on Sunday, September 19th. That's in 2 weeks. So if you're a social single, this is not a dating club. Just make sure you know that. It's not a dating club. It's an opportunity for singles in our community to get together with other singles and have some fun activities. So join them then. And music and meditation service. Do you want to speak to that, Janice?
Yeah, I would love to if it doesn't mess the live stream people up too much up there. Thankfully, you can all see me. So Rachel and I had been conceiving of this idea to have a midweek meditation service for quite some time. And I originally thought we would live stream it during COVID, and then there was a lot to be done. But now that we're gathering again, it seemed like the perfect opportunity. So the third Thursday of every month, we're gathering at 7 o'clock for a very sweet and contemplative and sacred time of meditation that's supported by music. And we'll chant together and sing in Sanskrit together and listen and breathe. And if this starts going well, we'll consider doing a dinner beforehand and having childcare and all that stuff. So our next Thursday is coming up on the 16th of this month. You don't have to register, but we'd love you to come and talk to us about it. It's pretty different, but also familiar at once.
And it's beautiful. I was there last month, so please join us. Who is our prayer chaplain today? We've got Lisa up, and she will be down here. You don't have to go up to the sound booth to see her. She'll be down here in a chair with a chair in front of her. If you have anything that's going on in your life where you would love to have prayer support, just sit down with Lisa and let her pray with you. Is that it? That is it. So let's all stand and not hold hands unless you're with a family member and sing our peace song.
Surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Sound They're having a receiving line in here instead of out in the lobby. Maybe we have to keep playing.